942. And I counted 942 and I counted. Nope.
Testing. up a link. So oh my god, it's Horror of the Rings. Get out of here. Copy. Uh-oh, now I can't. Hold on. What the hell? Now I can't hear again.
Can you hear me?
There we go. Now I can hear
Oh,
you.
I accidentally was muted. That's weird. So that was
Oh,
on my
okay.
end. I was saying now everybody can see the Canadian ghost. I mean the day ghost.
Oh, how embarrassing. Is that how we started the live show?
Yes. We are
Oh,
professionals, I swear.
yeah, see, when I'm with Cap, he doesn't have this stuff going on.
Oh, are you saying I'm not a professional?
No.
I'm getting an echo of my voice. Are you watching the stream?
No. Well, I am, but not with audio.
Am I watching?
Can you
Oh,
still...
no, wait, that's muted.
Cap says he gets it sometimes with my mic. I'll try to turn it down. Can you still hear yourself?
Testing. Nope.
Okay, so that's probably just what it was.
Yeah, trying to sabotage me after I already muted myself at the beginning.
Yeah, after you already screwed the entire show over. God damn.
So obviously this whole thing was something that me and a buddy started on Twitch. The first episode went pretty well. We discussed Evil Dead 2, which we talked about this off stream, but that's both of our favorite movie. Bruce Campbell's the man. Um,
Hell yeah, he is.
but I needed a new co-host, and honestly, you're the only one that I know that likes the same kind of movies that I do.
Well, and I've been like aching to do a show talking about horror movies for a while. I almost did that written review show, which I'm starting to think of bringing it back, but we'll see.
Yeah, and you know this isn't going to be the most like critical show. This isn't horror rewind.
Yeah.
But as the title says, we're talking about Predator, one of the Day Ghost's favorite movies, or at least favorite horror films.
Yeah, this was one of my favorite movies as a kid too. Like,
Oh, this would have given me nightmares as a kid.
well, and it's funny too because as a kid, like, I loved this movie. I thought it was the greatest thing ever, but I almost never watched it. I always watched two more. I don't really know why, but I saw two way more, and two's also way less appropriate for a child.
Yeah, because I mean they're at least trying to tackle some stuff. This is just an '80s action movie.
Yeah, well, there's like some like sex scenes and stuff, and two, like, it's a little bit rougher.
This is where 95% of the Arnold catchphrases come from, isn't it?
Yeah, like basically this and Terminator. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because you get the one-liners in the other movies, but the ones that everybody remembers is this movie and Terminator.
Yeah, well, and when Captain Logan and I did our commentary for Terminator 3, because there's so many helicopter like fight scenes in that movie. When we finished recording, he was like, how is there no get to the chopper in this movie?
Yeah, and the thing I forgot to mention this in Discord was that this is where the sexual Tyrannosaurus line comes from.
Oh,
Um,
which is awesome.
yeah,
Just that
and
whole part is awesome.
oh yeah, um, and I know you haven't played it, but one of the characters in Borderlands, because all the characters have skill trees, and
Oh,
his
okay.
are all references to movies, and he has a sexual Tyrannosaurus, either skill or skill tree, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's where that's from.
Well, and Jesse Ventura's character, like, I think can go either way. Where like you can watch him and be like, "Oh, this is just like a dumb '80s action film," but it's also self-aware enough that you can look at it and be like, "Oh, they're kind of making fun of this stuff."
See, I had
Especially
that.
when you, what's that?
Oh, I was gonna say, I had that thought watching it this time. Because it's like,
Yeah,
there's no way someone like this exists. Like, in real life, he is too stupid.
yeah. When you get that line where it's like, "You're bleeding, man. I ain't
I
got
ain't got
time to
time to
bleed."
bleed. It's my
You
favorite.
either watch that as you're like, "Oh, what a badass," or you realize that the joke is the way the guy looks at him, and it's just like, okay.
I love that line. Uh, I think the only one of
That's great.
the like commandos that I question is I think it's the guy that did the last one, Shane Black. So he's
Shane
like the
Black,
nerdy
yeah.
guy with the glasses, right?
Yeah. Well, there's a guy that looks like Shane Black, and there's Shane Black. So it's a little confusing. But yeah, Shane Black's the one with the glasses.
He does not fit in with the rest of that squad.
Yeah, him and that other guy that looks like him are both like two really scrawny guys, and they're surrounded by Arnold, Carl Weathers, like Jesse Ventura, whatever the native guy's name is.
Yeah. The funniest thing was the one guy on the team, the like black bald guy. He was in Doom 2005.
Oh, was he? I don't remember that. He's in Commando. I know that.
He's the guy that fights the what's supposed to be a Hell Knight or whatever down in that pit. That or I'm blind.
See, I think he might be blind. I don't think it's that blind and racist.
Oh no!
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna look this up.
Please do fact check me.
So, yeah, that guy's in Commando. He's one of the bad guys.
Oh, interesting.
And, yeah, and Arnold like kicks his ass, and it's
He
great.
he was probably my least favorite part, just cause like he's just kind of he's dumb, but not in, like we're making fun of him way. He's just dumb.
Well, he's got that like great shaving thing where he has no facial hair, but he's always
Shaving?
shaving.
Yeah. Well, and
Yeah.
like something startles him, and he just starts firing at nothing, and then everybody else just joins in and firing at whatever.
Well, that part's just awesome, and they recreate it in like I think most of the movies. I think the new Shane Black one's the only one that doesn't, but I could be wrong about that.
Well, that's because that movie is embarrassing, but you know. Sorry if you
Yeah.
like that movie, but it's embarrassing.
Okay, I found that actor. This is where we find out that he is not in 2005 Doom. No, he's not.
What? Then who?
Oh, that's right. He's Trask in X-Men 3.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Who
Yeah,
am I
'cause he goes from
thinking
being a
of?
black man to being a white midget. It's
The
just
most.
how reboots work.
Yeah. Time travel, man.
Exactly. 1 minute you're a black guy in like 2006. The next minute you're a white midget in the 70s.
Oh. Okay, so obviously the first one is your favorite.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know, maybe I am dumb, but they look really similar. I don't know. Maybe it's because I completely forgot today was Wednesday. So I woke up this morning, it's like, okay, I gotta watch Predator tonight, because our first thing is tomorrow. Got set up for work, pulled up my computer, and it said, oh, it's Wednesday. I was like, fuck. So I watched like 15 minutes at lunch, 20 minutes during my last hour of shift, and the rest of it while I was waiting for you to get home.
That's at least better than me. I was like, I got to work today and I was like, hell yeah, it's Thursday. 2 more days, it's the weekend. And I looked down at my phone and I was like, oh no, it's Wednesday.
Oh, that's just disappointing.
Yeah, that was
Um,
my day.
Something I've always had with this is, as much as I love the like creature design, I like him with the mask better. I love that mask.
It's because the mask is awesome, yeah. No, I definitely agree with that. In is it Mortal Kombat 10, the one that has Predator in it? You get, I think, 'cause that game has 3 variations for each character,
Mm.
and only one of them has the mask, so it was just my default one. Because I was like, I don't really want to play without the mask. It just looks dumb.
No one cared who he was till he put on the mask.
Exactly.
And I love the third act. I love that Arnold, because normally Arnold is just like he's going through killing people with no issue. This is a
Yeah.
movie about Arnold getting his ass kicked.
Yeah, it's like John McTiernan, the director, because he also did Die Hard. and that was
Mm.
just his thing, like just doing deconstructions of action movies. Because Die Hard has that too, where it's like he's just walking around or crawling around in vents, and like his feet are all cut up from glass.
Yeah, yeah. And Die Hard, I think Die Hard is the better movie. I don't know which one I would rather watch. I guess it just depends on my mood. But
Yeah, well, and for me, it's Predator, but I've also only seen Die Hard once, so
oof, that's like a Christmas classic, man. You gotta add that in with Gremlins,
oh yeah.
which that'd
Well,
be fun to
Gremlins is
cover.
just the best Christmas movie.
That'd be fun to cover too. Um,
Yeah, we can do
plus,
that like around Christmas, I guess.
yeah, just title it Gremlins is a Christmas movie. And obviously this whole thing doesn't have to stay too on topic. It's just about horror in general, but we have like a I guess a topic, kind of like the
Mhm.
Captain Logan show.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, or at least that's how the first one went. This is
Yeah,
literally the
yeah,
second
it's my first
episode.
episode, so I'm not sure. And I already know it's a very professional show.
Yeah. Yeah, this is literally the second episode we did. And I already have a new co-host, so so professional.
Well, yeah, this will be my last show. So.
Oh no.
Yeah,
um,
no, Predator is wonderful, and well, and you get Carl Weathers too. You get that awesome, like the greatest handshake of all time.
you son of a bitch.
Just two giant slabs of meat coming together.
Yeah, I really think that if you could read this as a parody, and again, I'm not like I don't analyze movies like some people that we know do, but I could definitely see the parody elements because like it lingers on that shot of them like wrestling for way too long.
Yeah, no, that's always how I felt about me. Like not like straight parody, but like at least a deconstruction for sure.
Especially of the 80s actually, which is interesting because I think there's an argument to be made that he also kind of started the genre, or at least made it popular enough with Die Hard, because that's what 80.
I'm not entirely sure to be honest.
Yeah, I don't remember. And it's weird to think it started with Bruce Willis because he's the most like least action star guy.
Yeah, yeah, but it's Bruce Willis with hair, so he's a bit more actiony.
That's the part that weirds me out the most. I'm just so used to him being bald.
That's my favorite thing about if you get all of the posters for like each movie lined up, you can see him slowly losing his hair.
And then not caring by the fifth movie.
Yeah. But I've only seen the first one, so I dodged that bullet.
Oh man, that franchise is like the Predator franchise, where you get your highs and your lows.
Yeah.
Although
Yeah,
Predator
because you
might
get
have
the
more
first one,
highs.
probably, because what? Obviously, I'm just going off of what I've heard, but like one's great. Two is more of just like a repeat. Three is great. Four depends who you are, and then everybody hates five.
Are we on 5 Predator movies? No,
No,
we're
I
on
was
4.
going saying
Oh, for Die
Die
Hard.
Hard.
Yeah, I didn't bother with 5.
Predator 2 is not a straight remake of Predator 1.
I don't know why I thought you were talking about Predator.
That's because it's the topic of the show.
Oh no.
But no, because with Predator you get, obviously Predator 2 is amazing. Predator 2 is absolutely ridiculous, and it's also amazing. And then Predator 3 is that kind of soft reboot thing, and I think it's still pretty good. And then I like the Predator more than most people, but I think ironically,
That could be half your film taste just from what I've like since I've known you.
oh, there's so many things I like, just like ironically.
um it's weird to me that Predator, cuz I do this 8 hours a day at work and somehow I never learn. Um it's weird to me that Predator 2 seemed to kind of be the black sheep for a while cuz the first movie's insane too. Is it just that it's insane for a different reason?
I'd say it's a little bit more insane because like two, you get stuff like the Predator holding up its staff on the Empire State Building and it gets struck by lightning while it's roaring. Just get
That's
stuff like that.
that's just an awesome visual. I mean, you know.
Oh, it is super awesome. I don't understand what's happening, but it's awesome.
Something I didn't understand what was happening is when he finally beats the Predator in that first movie. Okay, I guess I should say I understood what was happening, but that laugh that the Predator has, that does not sound like the laugh that I would expect to come out of that
Well,
thing.
it's the native guy's laugh. It's Billy's laugh. It's
Oh.
when Shane Black tells him the joke and he does that like really awkward laugh.
So the Predator is putting on a voice like he does in
Yeah,
this.
it's like
Okay.
how he does like the lines and stuff. Yeah, he's doing that guy's laugh.
Okay, see, I didn't catch on to that, and so I was like, what? What kind of voice is that for the Predator? I thought that was just his voice.
No, no, no. The Predator actually is voiced by Peter Cullen. Interestingly enough,
Oh,
it's the
so
voice of Optimus Prime.
so in Predator 5, he's gonna go find the rest of the Autobots.
Well, no, he's just in Predator 5. Like, there's gonna be explosions around him, and then the Predator will just fly for no reason, and then
Oh,
he'll just be like, "I'm leaving," and then he'll fly into space.
directed by Michael Bay.
Hell yeah!
Now in Fortnite. Anyway, I just had to see.
How do I exit the call?
Oh my god. Oh man, I was talking about this in the Discord a little bit, but this just reminded me. So my mom watches a lot of YouTube, and they started showing ads for the T800 being in Fortnite. It is the cringiest thing.
Oh
They
yeah, I
re
haven't seen.
they redo the lava scene, and you see the thumbs up as he's going down, and then a Fortnite character opens a portal and pulls him out of the lava. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh,
I could not believe that. Like that just hurt. That's just depressing.
that's so cringy.
You know, some
Uh,
10-year-olds like that's awesome.
one thing, getting back on track. One thing with Predator.
I feel like
Uh,
this is gonna happen a lot with us. We're just gonna start talking.
in the climax, I always thought was weird because the Predator's vision is apparently just red. Like he has Virtual Boy vision.
I thought that too, cause I thought it was just like heat vision again. Again, watching this in chunks. It's like, then what does he have the helmet for? But
Yeah, no, it like kind of is, but everything's red. It's really weird. It's the one thing where I think like I would change that if I were to like have made this movie.
he
It's like
should
everything's perfect, but every
accept
time I
that.
see that red vision thing, I'm like, that's so strange.
He should just see in um like sounds. Like he can't see you unless you move. That's why he has to have the helmet.
Well, because then like I think about like the Predators before like they made their tech, where they were just
Stumbling
regular
around.
people, but they all see red, like just walking around like this sucks.
Can you imagine if their planet was just red like Mars and they see red?
Oh God, it'd be horrible. It's like hell.
Where am I? I don't know what's going on. I can't see.
That's what they should have done in the Predator, where you have the giant one. Like he just sees all in red, and then just every time you see him, you see his vision. And it's just like
I don't know what's happening in this movie. It's all red. Like
yeah,
your
yeah,
wall.
because that Predator's got like the mask vision settings, but without the mask, like you can just do it.
Oh, that's weird. But
Yeah, that's that movie in a nutshell.
we all know the best entry in the franchise is Alien versus Predator.
Requiem is better than the EVP
I will never understand that.
because okay, Requiem is not a PG-13 movie that's just trying to be the Matrix with AVP. It's
Yeah,
like,
but like,
and it's awful. Don't get me wrong. It's like a really, really crappy B movie, and you can't see what's happening half the time.
I was gonna say at least
Like,
in Alien versus Predator, I can see what the fuck is happening.
but okay, Requiem at least has a cool predator, so I'm like, this is something I like. Well, like the predators are all babies in the first AVP.
The Pred Alien.
Yeah, and the Pred alien's cool, even though that name isn't.
Pred Alien.
Well, I remember when I was a kid, because I used to watch the MTV Movie Awards, because it was
Mhm.
like, this is the stuff that I like that wins, unlike the Oscars. And then I got to that year, because I was 2008, and one of the categories is Best Fights. And they had, I think, the end fight of Hellboy 2,
I
the end
think I
fight
remember this.
of Requiem. I can't remember what else, but the one that won was Twilight.
You know what it was? Because I remember this. I don't remember for sure if it was this award show, but I'm pretty sure it was. The other one was The Dark Knight.
Well, that was also for Best Picture. I couldn't remember if that was Best Fight.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah,
I don't know, but
yeah,
I remember Twilight beating Dark Knight for one of those, and that was the last time I watched an award show.
it was
Because
Best Picture. It was Dark Knight, I think. I want to say it was Hellboy too, but I don't know if that's true. Wanted and Twilight, and Twilight won out.
I was
And I
like,
was just like,
that's
I'm done
bullshit.
watching this.
Exactly, it's bullshit. Uh, Predator should have won. I don't care how old it is. Predator should have won.
Okay, Tommy Wiseau. It's my favorite movie of the year.
I would love to see Dutch come back though for another movie.
Well, and like they keep trying, but they keep giving him cameos, and Arnold just looks at it and goes, "No, give me a bigger role."
I just I don't understand how they haven't figured this out by now. Like, just make him the lead. Like,
Yeah, or at least like give him a sizable enough role. Like he's not like a major character in Dark Fate, but he still came back for that.
yeah.
Just don't give him a cameo.
It's
Like,
they want to set that up where it's like a cameo, and then we'll give you the next movie, right?
yeah, exactly.
Just give him the
Yeah,
movie.
because 2, obviously he said no because he was doing T2 instead.
Which I'm okay with. I love T2.
Yeah. For Predators, it was again that same like cameo thing, and he was like, "No, give me a bigger role." And then for The Predator, he apparently looked at the script and was like, "The script sucks," and also give me a better role or bigger role.
I liken that to the image of Sean Connery auditioning for Lord of the Rings. The Predator wants the autism. What?
I'm that confused. Give me a bigger role. I want more money.
Oh, I love Arnold. So,
Yeah, well, and part of it with Predators was that Robert Rodriguez apparently had like all these ideas to go into his movie, and the studio was like, whoa, cut like most of those, do a few, make one movie, and then we'll give you like the next bigger movie. And then we all saw how that went.
yeah, did that movie just underperform, or?
I'm not sure to be honest. Here, I can look it up.
Because I've always thought it was weird. Because I remember hearing a lot of positive buzz when it came out, but
Well, that was the first R-rated film I saw in the theater, and I like really liked it at the time. It seemed like people were more mixed on it, I thought,
oh, okay.
but no, it on a budget of 40 million, it made 127 million. So
That's
I mean,
weird.
yeah,
Because that's at least double the budget.
hmm yeah, it's over triple.
Yeah. And I've said
Well,
this
yeah,
before, but
just wasn't meant
sometimes
to
you
be.
just say stuff and then I feel old. Because that was 2000, what, 8?
2010.
Oh my god. My first R-rated movie in theaters that I remember is 2004's Dawn of the Dead.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Zack Snyder's first movie.
And probably best, let's be honest.
Um, yeah, I
I've
mean,
never seen it, so I don't know.
it's a good movie if you don't go in expecting that original movie again.
Yeah.
He knows he can't do that, but it does have one of the best openings I've ever seen. Um, Plus, it's got Ving Rhames in it, and I love Ving Rhames.
Yeah, Ving Rhames is cool.
Yeah, he plays Kid Fory's character, or like the closest version of him.
Yeah.
So he gets to play like the badass cop. It's great.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, in a Zack Snyder action movie.
But then going back to Predators,
I appreciate you're here to keep us on topic, because
well, technically not, because we're not even talking about the right Predator movie.
close enough.
But Predators finally gives us like the one thing that the first two movies like always do, which is they have one character like pull out a giant knife or something and be like, I'm gonna like 1v1 the Predator, and then we always just cut away. Predators finally goes like, no, here, like you can actually watch this fight. And we get the one guy with like a katana and he fights a Predator, and it's awesome.
Yeah, I remember that movie wasting Danny Trejo though.
But yeah, he's the first person that dies. Yeah.
Although I feel that way a lot of times with Danny Trejo. Like everybody's built him up to be this like badass because of the people that he plays, but he's usually just like the first to die, and he's just there to like make things feel real.
Well, and he's just there in that movie because it's Robert Rodriguez, and he's like always in Robert Rodriguez's films.
Yeah, and I love Robert Rodriguez. I mean,
Mhm.
guy doesn't get enough good gigs.
Yeah, no, for sure. Well, and I think Predators, as much as I love that movie, it kind of starts us in the downward trend of here, let's get rid of the Predator, and here's our new Super Predator.
Well, I
It's
mean,
way
it
more
does start that.
scary.
Although to be fair, I mean, there's 4 movies and 2 of them have super predators, so it was going to start somewhere.
I know, but it's like, just give me a movie with the Predator again. Stop giving me Super Predators.
No, see, they're gonna make Predator 5, but the real twist is the Predator will die 10 minutes in, and the Xenomorph will replace it. And it's
Oh,
just an alien movie, but it's
it'll
called Predator.
it'll be Harvey Weinstein. It'll just be it'll just be a biopic.
Oh,
The Predator dies 10 minutes in. It's like, oh, thanks Disney.
oh. If
Well, one
Disney,
thing that's interesting. Sorry, what's that?
I was just say, Disney, give me a new Alien versus Predator, because as much as I like that first movie, which is a lot of that is nostalgia, um, it's a concept I love.
Yeah, yeah, and you got to read that first Dark Horse miniseries
Yeah,
because that's that movie done right.
is that in print somewhere?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, well, and Marvel's putting out like an omnibus for like each series. I'm really excited to get the Predator one because it's like like the big like 1,000-page like tome.
So you'll be buying us both one for research purposes on the show, right?
Uh,
Shipping to the States only costs how much in Canada?
but one thing that's cool about the Dark Horse Predator is that they do the New York thing, I think, before the second movie comes out, and it's about Arnold's brother, where it's like Arnold's got like I don't know if it's like a twin or if it's just like a younger brother, but he's trying to figure out what happened to Arnold after Dutch. Find out what happened to Dutch after Predator.
Hey Arnold, what happened to you after Dutch? I got extremely confused.
Oh, embarrassing.
And then I starred in T2. I don't know.
After Dutch, I became Swedish.
You do a
Oh,
perfect Arnold impression.
I don't know about that, but thank you. I'll take
I
that
mean,
compliment.
it sounds good to me. Yeah.
I try. I try.
But yeah, I
But
mean,
yeah, they do. Sorry, what's that?
and the thing with this movie, with the first movie that I love, is it's like From Dusk Till Dawn. We watched that a few weeks ago. It starts out as something, and then it just like switches into my personal favorite genre of horror, which is slasher.
Yeah, well, that's what I love about the first two, and it's something I hope we kind of get back to, because this one, it's like the Arnold '80s action film, and then it turns into this like slasher film. And two, it's like not exactly Lethal Weapon, because it's like 10 times more over the top, but it's not like Lethal Weapon type detective like police movie, and then it turns into a Predator film. And then three is just trying to do one again but different. And then I don't even know what the Predator is trying to do.
um, explore the positives of autism.
Yeah. Well, that's my favorite thing about the Predator is you have such a simple concept and just here's this alien, it wants to hunt you for sport,
Hold
and then
on.
you get rid of that and then
It,
go,
but
"Hmm,
isn't the Predator the Shane Black one?
yeah.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. I thought you were trying to like praise the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, which is just Predator, because
Yeah,
that's
no,
not
no, no.
confusing at all.
Yeah. These movies have maybe the worst title scheme outside of like Rambo. Alien doesn't isn't great either. It's
Yeah,
all
but
pretty rough.
Alien, I think gets away with it because you got Alien, Aliens, Alien 3, and then Resurrection.
Yeah, but it's got that weird thing where it's like each one is a different like title scheme. Where it's like they just slapped an S on the second one, and then they went throw a number onto the third one.
They should have just named the third one Aliens. Is
Yeah, just keep slapping S's on there.
well, and that's the thing that's always cracked me up is I think calling your second movie just Aliens is brilliant, but it's like, what do you do for a third one? Like,
Well, exactly. So then it's like Alien 3. But then instead of Alien 4, we got Resurrections. It's another title scheme.
well, that's because nobody gave a shit about that movie. Like,
And that was written by Whedon too.
yeah,
It's crazy.
I have a complicated relationship with his work. Like, I think he's good on TV because he's got a bunch of writers with him.
Yeah.
Then obviously his early movies, especially like the Buffy movie and Alien, he
Yeah,
said
there's a Oh, yeah, no, no. Yeah, of course, yeah.
uh, it's his script gets doctored and rewritten and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Because he also helped write Toy Story.
Yeah. Well, and then there's just like little stuff like he contributed one line to the final version of X-Men. It's the worst line.
Well, isn't it that he contributed a line and then they cut like the first half of the line?
Oh, I don't know. I always just assumed it was just he pictured a better actress than Halle Berry delivering it.
Well, I had heard that was supposed to be payoff because Toad taunted her saying like, "Do you know what happens when something something?" And that was supposed to pay that off, but they cut like the first half, so you just get the payoff, and it doesn't make any sense.
Do you know what happens when a lightning gets licked by a toad? I don't know.
I don't know. Uh, but yeah, wonderful movie. We don't make movies like that anymore, where it's like starts out as something and then it just completely shifts into another.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like other movies that kind of do that. I think Overlord from 2018 kind of has that, but not to the same extent, because it also treats the World War II element as kind of like a horror element.
Yeah.
Um,
I want to love that movie so badly, but every time I do, I'm just like,
and I only saw it the one time. I went in completely blind, and I was like, "This is the best movie of the year."
I was like, just give me a like balls to the walls insane zombie action movie, not this historical drama crap.
But it's not historical drama. What?
It it's more
It's like
focused
a
on like their paranoia, and I
Western
just wish
drama.
they'd done more with the zombies, I guess.
See, and I watched that and I was like, this is just like a giant love letter to Carpenter. I was like, hell yeah. Well, especially you got Wyatt Russell, Kurt Russell's son, and he's basically just playing Snake Plissken. It's awesome.
Well, it makes sense though, because I didn't like Precinct 13, Escape from New York either. So I don't know.
Oh yeah, no, fair enough.
John Carpenter's dumb. No, he did direct one of.
Where's the hang up button?
Listen, I'm not bag, okay? I like
You
some
made
of
me
his
upset.
movies. Uh, Eventually we will cover The Thing, because that's a masterpiece.
Oh yeah,
I would
perfect 2020 Christmas film.
exactly. I mean, perfect 2020 film, like just in general.
Yeah.
What's that movie? In the Mountains of Madness would be fun, because you haven't seen that.
Yeah, In the Mouth of Madness.
Mouth.
You
God,
combined it with the actual title of that book.
there I go, combining titles again. Um, I mean, obviously Halloween. I don't know if you can run like a horror show without talking about Halloween. Because like,
No. But you have to do that at Halloween. That's
oh yeah. I mean, we're
such a
not just
rule.
gonna do like random dates. There's rules. Like Scream.
Exactly.
There's rules.
Exactly.
That one's gonna be rough though, because I'm gonna just be like, it's a movie. You're gonna be like, here's why it's a masterpiece.
Because it is. Then
It's
I'll
good.
punch you.
Oh, that'd be the like world's longest punch from Canada to to the Americas. God damn it.
I'm gonna pull a ring punch and like punch you through the screen.
Oh, somebody's been watching Scary Movie again.
I need to I recently got a copy of The Ring,
Mm.
and when it came in the package it said it came from Germany. So I really need to put that on to make sure it'll actually play, because I'm not entirely convinced.
Yeah. And then if it for anybody interested, I do plan to do some gaming stuff over on Twitch. I have a 4-day weekend this weekend, so I might do some RE4.
Oh,
Austin
nice.
Austin might pop in for a chat if he's not busy, because I know you love that game.
Oh yeah, RE4 is pretty great.
Yeah.
That reminds me, I actually started playing it a while ago and I never finished. I got to that one boss. Uh the one guy, like the mercenary guy, I can't think of what his name is.
Mercenary guy.
He's like shirtless, and I think he's got like a big arm thing or
Oh,
something.
Krauser.
Yeah, Krauser.
Okay.
I got to that boss fight and then I put it down and then played other stuff.
The funniest thing about that fight is the most effective weapon against him is your knife, but it's also like a
That's what I've
bitch to.
also heard, yeah.
But it is a bitch to do.
Oh yeah.
You have to get him down on his knee and then just like swipe the crap out of him.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Uh,
watched a video where it was like RE4 with no damage, and he got to that part. He's like, "This is the easiest part," and he just knifed him, and he couldn't do anything. And I was like, "Why is it that like when this guy plays, he's like a total badass, but when I do it,
that's how I
I'm
feel.
uh, I'm Billy from Predator. I just die instantly."
That's how I feel a lot of times. Like I watched Markiplier play Resident Evil 2, and you know that fight in like the train sequence where you're supposed to get the minigun and kill that thing with that. He did that with just a pistol and a knife, and I'm like, I would not have the patience or the skill to do that.
Well, I've seen people play through that game with just the knife. And
Oh,
it's,
I've seen people do that knife. The most extreme challenge I've seen is knife only, hardcore, no damage.
I
I'm
think we watched
just,
the same video.
I'm just
I
like,
assume so, because
what?
that's what I saw.
I'm just like, nope, nope. But yeah, this is the 25th anniversary of Resident Evil. Uh,
Oh, really?
yeah. So
Oh, crazy.
I did want to start doing some coverage on
I was
that.
about to say, are we doing anything for it? But I guess we have 8 coming out in like a few months.
Well, yeah, that's what that RE verse is.
Uh,
Can I
well,
just
I
say how
think the
bad that
reason,
looks? RE
well, I think the
verse.
reason why I thought that was because earlier today I saw it was some big anniversary for Tomb Raider, and they were like, "Oh, like it's this big anniversary, like we're gonna celebrate." But there's no new games coming out or anything. We have no announcement.
Oh man.
I still haven't looked at that RE verse thing though.
It's a team deathmatch game. Just you get to play as all your favorite Resident Evil characters. Did
Can
you
I
ever want to
be
see Jill Valentine fight Jack from RE7?
well, can I be my favorite guy from RE1, Barry?
Probably. I mean, he is kind of iconic. Have you played Revelations 2?
No.
He comes back in that.
Is it the same voice actor though?
No. Like they they
Same writing?
they tried to distance themselves away from those like
I want like a remaster of 1, but like the ability to turn on the old like dialogue.
No, see, I just
Because
want a
that's the
movie
main
with that.
reason to play.
I just want a movie that follows that original game script.
Hell yeah. Like that's what the Netflix movie or show should be.
I can't believe that they had a 15-minute show for Resident Evil, didn't give us a single update on the movie.
Oh, on that show or
No,
whatever.
the live action movie they're doing.
There's a movie too?
Yeah, it's so weird because the show is like that Netflix thing where they're just taking the name and doing their own thing with it, and it sounds really
Oh,
stupid.
yeah.
But the movie it sounds like is adapting RE1 and maybe 2.
That's weird. You'd think you would adapt 2 and 3 together, not 1 and 2.
Yeah, I don't know, but Jill and Claire are both in it. So is Chris and Leon.
Oh, and oh, okay, never mind. I was gonna say maybe Claire's just there, but like they're setting up that brother sister dynamic thing. But if Leon's there too, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, but we've seen some set photos. It looks like they're actually trying, which is more than
Yeah.
I could say for some of those old RE movies. So that might
Well,
be fun to
hopefully
cover.
we're like turning around a bit on video game movies because you also have the new Mortal Kombat coming out.
Yeah,
Although I'm also not convinced that's gonna be good. It comes out in like 2 months and there's no trailer.
it comes out a month after Kong versus Zilla, and we've at
Oh,
least
did they
seen.
push it back? Because I think it was supposed to be like January or February before.
I thought it was April.
Oh, they must have pushed it back, I guess, or I'm just
Oh,
dumb.
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's in April now.
Oh, okay. But still,
But it comes out like a month after Kong, and we still haven't seen a trailer.
yeah. No, it's ridiculous.
They should just throw Predator in there since he was in Mortal Kombat.
That'd be great. Although Disney wouldn't play ball with that. They'd be like, no.
Yeah. Looking at you, Ready Player One. Ah, fucking Disney, man. I'm kind of scared for that new Predator movie just because it's a movie and not like a Hulu show. But if they are
Oh,
really
see,
just gonna open their own like branch, I guess
mhm.
they don't. They may not care as long as the Disney name isn't like attached to it.
Well, I don't know. Like, I feel like a show would maybe be like harder to like keep going for Predator. I feel like a movie's probably an easier thing to do. But I also don't really know what they're doing. It sounds like they're doing a period piece though, which would be really cool.
Hey Noah, go fuck yourself.
Oh no, what's he saying?
Is this like the Predator from Fortnite? What's up,
Yes,
Noah?
yes,
Thanks for
yes, it
stopping by,
is.
man.
No, it's like the predators that play Fortnite, not the
Oh,
one that you play as in Fortnite.
well,
Although you can have a predator playing a predator, which is kind of special.
um, I'm so glad I don't get monetization on these videos. Uh,
That's my favorite thing about Fortnite is every single person is a child rapist or a child. It's like, what company? Dab.
Is that how we're just gonna end every video? Just dabbing?
That reminds me, you and Noah told me in the T3 commentary to do a dab, and there was like a split second where Cap was like, "I was Captain Logan, and this was awesome," and I was almost just like, and then I like hesitated for a second, and he ended the call, or the not the call, the show. I was
Oh,
like, I let you guys down.
always letting us down. What a disappointment.
No, I'll do it for Dark Fate since no one cares. The entire movie I'll just be talking like this.
You know, it's interesting the things this franchise kind of has in common with Terminator, because they're both obviously Arnold. At least that first movie, you know, is very much Arnold.
Yeah, well, how they both like completely fall down the shitter.
Yeah. And neither
At
one of
least
them know.
Predator makes it past two, but still.
Well, for me, I like T3 better than you guys did. So for me, they're kind of about even on 3. And then
Well,
Terminator
with
at least has a better
T3,
4.
with T3, I feel like each time I watched it for that commentary, it was better and better. But also for the third one, it was because Cap and I talked over the whole movie, so that's why it was better. But there's always stuff I like in that movie.
It's not
It's
Dark Fate
still
after all.
I'm gonna have to see on Salvation, but it might still be the best post. Or yeah, Salvation or 3. It's the
Well, we all
best
know the
post
best one
2.
is Dark Fate.
Sure.
What, you mean you don't want to hear Sarah Connor going, "I'll be back"?
No. Because Sarah Connor doesn't sound like "I'll be back." It's more like "I'll be back."
Yeah, see, I couldn't get my voice to do that.
I'm not gonna fucking call you Carl. It's like, oh my god, it sounds like it hurts to live.
No, no, you really don't need to see it.
Noah, if you want, you can replace me for that commentary. Actually, never mind. You'll probably have to replace Cap for that commentary.
So we'll have to decide what bad movie we're gonna cover next week. Um, but I figured it might be.
We need to like actually cover a movie in an episode.
We've talked about Predator. We just got sidetracked. Terminator's technically a horror movie, so I mean it's fine.
Let's see, bad horror movie. We do my favorite. We could do Rings.
Oh, is that stream? You wouldn't know. You're in Canada.
No, what used to be on Netflix. I don't know if it still is.
Swear to
Actually,
God,
I
if
don't
you
think
ask
it
me about
is.
Insidious, I'm firing you.
Well, is Insidious streaming anywhere? I
God
don't
damn
know.
it! You can deep fake Cap onto my face.
Well, I offered to do that with like Cap, where I was like, I'll record both sides of the call. Almost deep fake you onto me. And he was like, no.
I have to say this is definitely different than the first episode I did, but I'm having a lot more fun, so that's fine.
We probably talked about the movie more in your first one.
Yeah.
I think I
A little bit.
talked more about like real life predators than the
Oh.
movie Predator.
Okay. So in Predator, obviously, I'm assuming your favorite character is Dutch, or do you have a different character that you?
Oh yeah, 100%. It's Dutch.
He also does seem to be
And
the one with the most dimension, like not much, but slightly above the rest.
yeah, well then Carl Weathers is probably my second favorite with Dylan, but that's because Carl Weathers is awesome. Oh,
Obviously.
that's right. Noah, you dirty whore. I forgot you'd never seen Predator before.
We keep talking about that watch party, but
Oh yeah, I'd love to do a watch party of all the Predator movies, and there's 4. Okay, brainstorm idea in the middle of a show.
We're very professional, I swear.
There's 4 Alien movies, so that can be a watch party. And then the next weekend you do the 4 Predator movies, and then the next weekend you do the 2 AVP movies.
You know what? As long as it's not another 12-hour watch party, I'm good. I'll do whatever. Oh, my body did not like me after that Lord of the Rings marathon.
I didn't like it when I had to get up at like 10 a.m. the next morning after just watching the 2.
Oh.
Oh man.
But
And then like halfway through the day I was like, I'm gonna crash, but I can't because I have to work tomorrow, so I gotta stay up so that I sleep through the night.
people watching this after the fact, feel free to skip past this part. This is just us hanging out because we're friends.
No, as long as we actually space them out. No, yeah, 4 like Alien one weekend, Predator the next, and AVP the next. Groovy.
Groovy.
We're not gonna do like all 12 movies in one night, but we could.
So here's what I'm thinking. Depending on how busy you are this weekend, if we wanted to, we could do either like an Evil Dead or Thing commentary. I'll have to wiggle it around, see how I'm supposed to do that. And then Saturday afternoon, I think I'm gonna do a Resident Evil 4 stream over on Twitch. You're free to come in and chat. We can chat about Resident Evil and whatever.
Cool.
But yeah. Do you have anything else to say about the Predator?
Well, I had so much to say
Well, I mean,
about the Predator.
so the thing is like with this movie, it's hard because it's such a simple movie. Like, and that's what I love about it is it's not fucking Lord of the Rings, which is 4.5 hours long.
Okay, here I got a Predator thing then.
Okay.
If you could make just your perfect, maybe not perfect, but if you could make a Predator movie, just thinking about it right now, what would your Predator movie be?
Oh, that's a good idea. I mean, for like talk shows going forward. My perfect Predator movie would be take the slasher stuff and put it on its. I'm trying to think of something that's not like derivative of the original movies. But I want to say take the slasher stuff where he's, hunting and killing and do more with that in the outer space setting. This is what I loved about Predators. But they didn't, it also just kind of felt like Earth. Like,
Well, yeah, 'cause it's like a forest planet.
yeah, give me a weird planet of just normal people, like something like a planet out of Star Wars, right?
Well, do you want like people, like modern people, or kind of like the Aliens thing where you have like Space Marine type characters?
The only thing I would worry about with Space Marines is you're getting into aliens territory.
Yeah. Well, and I think the Predator versus Space Marine thing is 100% what you do with AVP. Like, you don't set AVP in modern day.
What, you mean you don't like Antarctica as a setting?
No, it makes no sense. Like, every Predator movie is like the Predators love the heat. They always go to hot places. Then they're like, AVP, what are we gonna do? Throw them in Antarctica.
Okay, I'm not even kidding when I say I never thought of that. And you're right, because the first movie mentions that it only comes out when it's hottest.
Yeah, and you're in like that really hot jungle. And 2, it's the biggest heat wave in LA.
Oh my god, that is so stupid! Like, how do you
It's so stupid. Who was like, make it Antarctica? Running around in snowy territory. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, I mean, those writers were clearly thinking of a very different white powder,
Well, and then you get the Predator where it's like they love the heat so much they're gonna take over.
But yeah, give me like a planet out of Star Wars, right? It's out alien culture, explores alien. Maybe make it like a political thriller or something. But then it becomes a slasher Predator movie. That could be interesting.
Yeah.
And go all
That'd be
out.
pretty
Don't
cool.
just have like people and say they're aliens. Like, give me aliens.
Yeah. No, for sure. Well, I liked some of the other stuff we do in Predators, like the Predator dogs. They look way cooler than they do in The Predator.
Well, that's because Predators is a better movie.
Well, and the Predator did that stupid thing where the dogs have the dreadlocks. Where they're like, look, they're definitely they're definitely with the Predators. Look, they got Predator dreadlocks. They're dogs. Stupid. And then you have that one that's like all retarded because they got shot in the brain. Just like it shows up to like help them out.
I gotta tell you, I really gotta watch a good Shane Black movie because he is not impressing me so far.
My favorite thing about that, because like his two, like property movies that he worked on weren't like the Predator was kind of hated, but Iron Man 3 I'd say is more divisive.
Yeah.
But he used the tagline for the Predator was a line from Iron Man 3, which I always thought was really funny. Because the tagline for that movie is "You'll never see him coming," which is the big Mandarin line.
I didn't. Oh my god, that's. Do you feel like it's like a Steven Spielberg with Lost World situation where like he signs on, he's all excited, and then he gets into the process of making and is like, I don't want to do this.
For the Predator, I'm not sure because that movie is also really compromised. I don't know if his version would have been better, but I'd like to actually see it because it sounds hilarious.
I just can't imagine a studio going, you have to put in that the big twist is they want to become autistic. Like, I don't see that being a studio mandate.
Okay, but here's my theory. Okay, because Shane Black is making an IP trilogy that is connected, and in Iron Man 3 they create that new step of human evolution, which is extremis, which is actually autism, and then in the predators now want the autism, and then in the third movie they'll find some way to destroy autism or like something like that, where they're like we weren't ready for it.
So, you're saying
That's
we're
where it's
gonna get
going.
the autism trilogy?
Yeah, no, Shane Black is currently working on the autism trilogy. And I think like the next IP thing he's working on is a Doc Savage movie. So Doc Savage will defeat autism in that movie.
I hope you're
That's
right
my
because,
theory.
but Doc Savage, that's a weird pick.
Well, and I don't know if that will ever actually happen because I feel like he's been signed on to that for like a decade. So
Uh,
who knows?
this might be showing my ignorance, but what the hell is Doc Savage?
It's like one of the old like pulp type characters, like the Phantom or
Oh, okay.
I almost said Josh Gordon, Flash Gordon.
My favorite of the Gordons, Josh Gordon.
This is a spin-off. This is like really dumb brother.
Noah says autism has become an epidemic. Donald Trump.
It's true. Flash Gordon has an autistic brother named Josh Gordon. He's the ultimate villain. He's like the lizard in Amazing Spider-Man. He wants to give everyone the autism.
Okay, so then I guess so we know a fifth film is happening. Where do you think we even go from here?
I assume we do the fifth one. We're gonna be like, and we'll make more, and then we won't, and then we'll just get a sixth one that's also like that.
So it's turning into the Terminator, where we have a trilogy of trilogy starters.
Well, yeah, because that's what you have with Predators and the Predator, so that'll have to be what five is, right? That's got to be a trilogy starter.
Wouldn't it be insane if it's a years later sequel to Predators?
You know, it'd be like more insane if it was just Predators fighting autism. They're like they realize they don't want it, but now
Now they
humans
have
are like
it.
humans are trying to give it to them, And the Predator's like, no, leave us alone. That's what I want.
I just want to see a Predator being like, no, don't give me the autism.
And you get like a doctor with his vaccine, like, I'm coming for you, Predator. And the Predator's like, no, please.
Oh my god.
I'll take the flu, leave me alone.
See, it's very irrelevant.
Autism is relative, let's be honest.
It's
Why
very.
was just a discussion of a Predator and not just autism? Because I don't.
Wait, I thought this episode was titled Autism.
The Autism, my favorite film starring Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito.
I mean, it's not Junior, so there's that.
No, it's better. Much, much better.
So I know you're a big fan of Arnold's commentaries on his movies. I gotta ask, does he talk about this one?
Oh, I don't know, because I've never seen anything from his Predator commentary.
I bet you that is a
hope
delight
so.
to watch. The Predator is a very sexy character.
The thing I love about the Predator is he's very sexy. Ooh.
Oh god.
I don't want to hear that. You probably describe how like the Predator has a vagina mouth. It's like the opposite of Alien,
Yeah.
but the Alien is like a giant penis head, and then yeah, like Predator has got a vagina mouth.
Well, it's funny because as a kid, back to back, Freddy vs. Jason and then Alien vs. Predator came out. And I think they both have that thing where they are accidentally perfect opposites.
Well, yeah, and one of them's awesome.
Yeah, the Predator.
No,
The aliens are just bugs.
no, I meant Freddy vs. Jason is awesome. Like one of those movies.
Oh,
is awesome.
I thought you meant just like one of them on each side was awesome.
No.
Arnold needs to make commentaries on every movie. I agree. Like Arnold just needs to be in every movie. Not that stupid Christopher Walken joke, but like legitimately, I
I was
would.
going to say, please tell me this isn't where you're going.
No,
You
that
know
got
it's
old
too far
fast.
when Arnold's doing the music to every movie.
That's too far. But yeah, I miss 80s action movies, and I miss movies like Predator, where it's just like fun.
Yeah. Well, I feel like that's one of the things about Arnold where, like, everybody complained for the longest time about how all of his movies are stupid. But, like, most of his big movies are either smarter than you'd think or, like, they're not parodies, but deconstructions of Arnold movies.
Yeah.
Where it's like you get that with Predator, with Terminator. It's
Total
like The
Recall.
Running Man, I think, is a smarter movie than people give it credit for.
And of course, Total Recall.
Total Recall, yeah. And you just get stuff like Commando, which is so far it just feels like a parody.
Well, and I mean, those are the ones that really stand that test of time.
Yeah, oh, 100%.
Nobody remembers Eraser, or was it Eraser?
I don't even know what that is.
Exactly.
Eraserhead starring Arnold Schwarzenegger?
I'd watch that. No, one of the last action movies he did before he became governor, it was like early 2000s. It's like Eraser or something.
I don't know.
You've got the laptop. Pull it up. Noah says, yeah, it's Eraser.
He also did that Devil movie. Oh my god, what's that one called? Where it's just Terminator, but like instead of sci-fi, it's like holy.
It's just holy? You mean magical?
He's like a cop and he's protecting this woman that, and like the evil Terminator type character is the devil, and he's got to find the woman and make her pregnant because she's gonna have like his like evil omen child, and then at the end he like possesses Arnold and Arnold sacrifices himself. Wait, what? Why did I do that?
Yeah, well, and I think the early 2000s was when that 80s action movie, the 80s action star, I should say, really started to
Oh yeah,
die
End of
out.
Days. That's what it's called. An eraser. I found it.
Because that yeah, that's really the down where all those 80s action stars kind of started to go downhill in terms of career. Arnold, Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, Eraser's before Batman and Robin.
Is it? I thought that was
Yeah.
later than that.
No, it's 96.
Oh, weird. I've never
Well, and then you
seen it,
get
but I remember the
Batman and Robin,
cover.
which is the greatest film ever made.
I mean, yeah, like, well, in the 90s was also full of like weird choices for him, like Junior.
Or Terminator 2.
Oh, of course. I mean, like the worst movie ever made.
Exactly. More like Terminator dumb.
But I just want to know what they had to give him to get him to star in Junior.
I think money. I think money was what they had to give him.
I also
To
want
get
to
a shot
see
at
like
that.
I don't want to see the movie itself because it just looks like really awkward to watch. But I want to see the like making of, and I want to see the director that has to like direct a pregnant Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, you want the commentary where
Oh,
Arnold's describing how he's pregnant.
I do want that commentary. Yeah.
Because Arnold also in his commentaries is both very childlike and very perverted sometimes. And like at the same time, and I feel like that's how it would be for Junior.
Yeah. You should do an episode on Junior.
Do an episode on Junior.
Oh God, but that means
Oh
we'll.
yeah,
Oh.
we'll talk about Junior for 5 seconds. And just completely move on.
Well, I mean, to be fair, everything we've talked about, we've sort of branched out of Predators. So I mean.
Anyways, back to Predators. Kevin Spacey, no.
Oh, you're fired. No.
That's okay. I'm not coming back anyway.
Oh. Well, Noah, I suddenly have a spot open. You wanna host a talk show?
Yeah, Noah, do you want to be on the official show sponsored by Mason Jars?
Hey, listen. So I work at home. This thing gets me through an 8-hour day.
It also keeps pickles pickling. I have a real cup.
Yeah, and you're
Uh,
drinking that. What the hell is that?
That's an ice cap. It's from Tim
Oh.
Hortons.
Do you think Tim Hortons will sponsor this channel?
Probably not because we've made fun of autism for like 20 minutes. If anything, they're gonna get arrested for a hate crime.
Well, I hope Canadian jail's better than American jail.
Probably. I was reading a book about Karloff Molka, who's like a I'm not sure if you guys know who that is, but that kind of case is kind of our OJ trial, and it happened around the same time. But when she got arrested, she only did like a few years in prison, and she got to have like a curtain on her cell. She could like close it so that she had some privacy. And then she got to move forward to have like weekend getaways where she was allowed to be out of prison for the weekend. And I don't know if you guys do that, but like,
Also, I mean, I would say we definitely have like different security levels of prison, but I doubt any prison's gonna give you like curtains and
yeah,
vacation.
and her whole story is that she um like basically her boyfriend was a rapist, and she like offered her younger sister to him, and then they killed her, and then they killed like two other people.
Jesus Christ! Y'all need some help up there. What are you using that free healthcare for?
Well, that's the thing about Canadians. Is like, we don't break as much, but when we do, we do. And we like never do time for it. Like there's this one guy, Vincent Lee, I think his name was, and he chopped off a man's head on a bus and then started eating it. and he only went to prison for like a few years.
I know y'all got free health care, but do you have like like mental care? Like y'all need a psychiatrist.
Yeah, I know, right? What do you do in Canada? There's nothing better to do. You just go eat a dude's head. That's
Uh,
my pitch for a new Predator movie. It's just a biopic of that guy. You just throw a Predator into the movie.
okay, but actually that could be fun. Not that guy specifically, but like
No,
you
I want
s-
it specifically about that guy, and it's like a very real biopic. And everything else is played straight, but there's also just a predator in the movie, and then he eats the predator at the end.
oh God. So he's Hannibal Lecter, or
Kind of, yeah.
that should be the next movie: Hannibal Lecter versus the Predator.
There's one like in the scene where the predator walks into like a prison, and there's Hannibal Lecter just standing there perfectly still in his cell, and the predator just shoots him.
Tell me, do the lambs still that?
You just throw up.
Yeah. No, that was that. Yeah, sure. Uh,
Take your ass down.
That's what we need. And you can do Anthony Hopkins doing that weird head banging thing with that video.
no, see, he's just he. It says he's uh, uh,
Odin?
the joke's supposed to be it says he's Hannibal Lecter, but he's just playing Odin. But my brain like froze.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
Um, but yeah, back to our original topic, the 1987 movie. Also, kind of the end of that like golden era of 80s films. Because I can't think of anything else big in the 80s that comes out after that.
Yeah, because it's what, 87?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nothing's really coming to mind. But I'm also bad with dates. So I don't know.
And you know, I'm this movie also firmly cements. If I could go back to a year just to like go to the movies every month, it would be 87.
Well, what else is 87?
Evil Dead 2. Um, I knew until you asked me.
This is two movie.
Hey, but the chance to see Evil Dead 2 in theaters. I mean, hang on, I'm googling it.
See, I'm also on this professional show gonna Google movies of 87.
The Lost Boys, Hellraiser, The Running Man. Damn, this was a good year for Arnold.
Prince of Darkness.
Nightmare
Ooh,
on Elm,
Superman 4: The Quest for Peace.
Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Evil Dead 2,
Oh,
RoboCop.
Living Daylights. Spaceballs.
Yeah, I am convinced 1987 is like the greatest year cinematically ever.
Why, thank you.
3 Men and a Baby, which is getting a remake.
Oh no.
Oh, Lethal Weapon. Jaws 4.
Oh
Heck yeah.
God, Josh.
At least
Hoagie.
it's not Jaws 2. Oh, RoboCop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love RoboCop.
Nightmare 3. Oh, Monster Squad, the Shane
I
Black
still need to.
film.
I need to see that.
Well, I guess. Well, and that's the other thing with The Predator is it's co-written by Shane Black and Fred Decker, and the only other thing they co-wrote was Monster Squad.
Oh, then I don't know if I want to see that movie.
Because Fred Decker's the director of that movie.
Oh, okay. So he's a hack, is what you're saying.
No, no. Fred Decker did like some actual good stuff. Oh no, it's got 62%, but that's wrong.
Well, critic scores with horror I find are always If the lower it is, the more likely I'm gonna like it.
Okay, let's see. Fred Decker did such great works as Night of the Creeps.
I've heard
He
of that.
did 4 episodes of Tales from the Crypt. Um, he did uncredited rewrites for Demolition Man,
Hey,
and he co-wrote and directed RoboCop 3.
you're not selling me on this guy very well. One of these days you do need to sit down and watch at least RoboCop 2, because that's Irvin.
Kirshner?
Yeah, at least he directs it based on a script partially written by Frank Miller.
Yeah, well, it says he and Frank Miller co-wrote 3.
By co-wrote, they mean they took the other half of Frank Miller's script for 2 that they didn't use and just wrote a script around that for 3.
Yeah, it's very good.
RoboCop
Real
gets a
guys.
RoboCop gets a jetpack in that one.
That's right, Noah. It's our boy Hoagie. He's from 1987.
I'm telling you, greatest cinematic year in history.
Where would we be without Hoagie? I don't know.
Everybody's just gonna be like, "What the fuck is a hoagie?"
Or everybody's just hungry.
Oh. All right. So, anything else that we should cover about the reason we're here? Predator.
Just mention the film at all. Let's see, Predator. Nothing that's coming to mind. Is there anything that you got?
This is supposed to be like South America, right? Okay.
Yeah.
And they're there. So, if I remember correctly, it's they think they're there just to rescue people, but they're actually there to kill these people that are trying to get across the border, right?
hmm
Okay. For some reason, I had it stuck in my head that like Carl Weathers like knew about the Predator, and that's why they were there. But then I watched it, I
Oh
was like,
no.
no, wait a minute, that's not it.
No, you kind of get that in two with Gary Busey's character though,
Okay.
because he's like an FBI type guy that's like hunting down the Predator,
I can't believe they
and they
cast
try to
Gary
freeze
Busey.
it.
Oh, I can't believe they
The
cast
best
Gary
part,
Busey in the movie, like an actual
Gary
movie.
Busey has the best death in Predator 2.
I'm excited to watch those.
It's so great.
No, here's what they need to do for Predator 5 is bring back Arnold and Danny Glover and have them team up. Because Arnold with angry old man Danny Glover sounds hilarious.
Well, and they both were almost in Predators. That was gonna be like the big ending was like the stuff comes down for the next hunt, and Arnold and Danny Glover are there, and they're like, "Let's do this."
Oh, I would have watched that. I mean, it sounds like a fun movie.
But what would you rather, that or Iron Man Predator?
I'd rather have Arnold and Danny.
What about Arnold and Danny in Predator Iron Man armors?
Oh, that's a hard choice.
So that's the question. And yes, Noah, you gotta get your hands on those movies so that we can watch them. Are they not on Hulu?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I would have thought that because it's
I doubt it because I
Fox.
know some of them are on HBO. Like the Alien movies are still on HBO Max.
Oh, okay. I'm hoping that they come to Disney Plus when we get the adult section,
Fucking
but I
bullshit.
don't
Got
know for sure that we're gonna
bullshit
get
Canadian streaming services.
that. Excuse me, but you can't say anything about bullshit streaming services because you have like 16 more than we do.
That's what I'm saying. We get all this crap, and you're like, "Oh, we're gonna give you Hulu for free."
Well, yeah, better than getting or not getting Hulu at all. like
Uh,
HBO Max. Just,
I still
nope.
can't believe they haven't brought that internationally. Like,
I can't believe that they like are putting all their movies onto the streaming service that's
it's only
not
available.
available internationally. It's so weird to me.
All right, guys. I think we have exhausted Predator. We talked about a whole range of topics,
None
but
of them Predator, but we did it. The first
hey,
episode, it's good.
if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, you can recommend me movies there. I'll run it through with the Day Ghost here.
Yeah,
Uh,
well, clearly I'm in the day, but you're not. You don't even have lighting.
the light that I used got turned off because everybody's going to bed.
Oh,
That's why I'm calling it a night. Um, but yeah, we'll be back next Wednesday about 11:30 with a bad movie. We just don't know what yet.
it's not gonna be the Bye Bye Man though.
No. All right. Thanks guys for tuning in. And where is my OBS? I will talk to you guys later. I know, right?